So here we have another mystery comic book pack, and I clearly bought this one because of the really cool cover on the Superman. It's got this gold metallic paint, so I'm like a crow to shiny things. I see something like that, and I'm interested. So let's see what's in the bag today. Just a reminder, according to this slip of paper, some of these comics are rated PG-13, so be prepared for adult content. But we're going to start with Superman, with a very cool metallic cover and ad for Kellogg's Corn Pops on the back. I really, really love this cover right here. It's very cool. Let's see, there's an ad for Powerade. So this one, and as I mentioned in the last video, so many comics start this way, like mid-flying, or Iron Man flying, Superman flying, Spider-Man swinging. It's always, this is so many comics open with this kind of picture, which I think is just really kind of funny. But the artwork in this is very cool. He's flying over Mount Rushmore. It's great. It's colorful. There's an ad for Spree. Star Wars Pet Droids. LucasArts. I guess this is around the Phantom Menace time, and that was so I was like this. I think this is kind of old, actually. Here they showed out ad for Three Musketeers, all pumped up for non-stop action. They made it look like a movie poster. Tink Tank. I remember that game. Thrasher, Skate and Destroy. Rockstar Games. Don't look under the bed. It's all backwards. This Halloween, whatever you do, don't look under the bed. World Television Premiere. Clue. Hold this up to a mirror if you cannot read that. Okay. This is a quite long comic book, actually. I'm really impressed with the artwork. I really do think it's good. Nothing like a good old Superman comic to pass the time. You know, read it before bed, take a hot bath with a cup of coffee, and bring in a comic book to read. Just ways to cut the stress out of your life and make yourself happy. Grand Theft Auto 2. And that tells you about when this was made. Here's a Sprite ad. Shadowgate 64. And ad for Levi's cargo pants. So we must be in the 90s. Let's take a look. What is the date on this? I think 1999. Yep. Okay, next we have a bookmark. And then we have Street Fighter Legends. Sakura by Udom Comics, Capcom. And you got a red version of the cover on the back, which is kind of neat. This is 2006. It's got that modern comic book feel about it, with the deeper colors, the more airbrush appearance than the Superman had. As a matter of fact, the more I look through comics and the more I see the same sort of styles that are emerging, and I have to admit, in a lot of ways, I think the older styles with the better artwork, the richer colors, are just better than these in a lot of ways. These are just very airbrushy. That's just a personal opinion. But see, that comic piqued my interest, whereas this one is just like, you know, what else? Hobby Star Toronto Comic Con. Okay, that was Street Fighter Legends. Next is good old Batman. The Dark Knight Rises ad, and it's Batman Earth 1 Special Preview Edition. That would be Alfred and young Bruce Wayne. Features the first chapter of the Batman Earth 1 graphic novel. And another ad for the last comic book we had, Dark Knight Rises ads. So, I believe this is the killing of Thomas and Martha Wayne. My goodness, this looks quite familiar. It looks very similar to the one I reviewed in the last mystery pack, but I don't think it is. It's just in the same series. What is it? It looks pretty doggone familiar to me. Are they packing the same comics in these? No, I don't think I remember this. I don't remember seeing Two-Face. That's the Joker. Quite short. Wow, how about this? Jungle Gym. Number 2. Jungle Gym was an old radio show back in the 1930s. Here's an ad for Kill Me 3 Times with Simon Pegg. Never watched that one. I like Simon Pegg from Shaun of the Dead and Spaced. So this is Jungle Gym. Looks like a avatar. I listen to the Jungle Gym show sometimes on the Radio Broadcast Vault channel, but it looks like it's more science fiction than the radio show I've been listening to. This is Swords of Sorrow. Artwork in this is adequate. Once again, it's that airbrushy and not as much detail. You get this Swords of Sorrow lithograph. Here's the alternate covers. Okay. Next we have Solitaire. C.W. Cook, Nando Suzumata, and Greg plus Fake. This is Devil's Due Comics. Solitaire. Number 1. And here's an ad for number 2, I'm guessing, unless it looks interesting. It's like a prison comic. They're shaving his hair, and he's going to prison. Artwork is interesting. Huh. Oh, they're electrocuting him. That's why they're shaving his hair. It's very dark. They're doing an autopsy. And then there's the posters. Interesting. I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but it's interesting. Next, we have one in plastic. Aristocratic extraterrestrial time traveler thieves. This looks fairly old. And $1.75. This is 1986. It's in black and white. The artwork is pretty good. Interesting. Got some cat hair under the tape. Okay. Probably shouldn't do these on my carpet. This is Vision and Scarlet Witch, guest starring Spider-Man, 25th anniversary of Marvel. This is 1986. Am I reading that right? Yep. There's an ad for M&M's. Of course, Vision and Scarlet Witch were great in Endgame. Here's some candies: Chuckles, Sugar Babies, Charleston Chew, Bonkers. Yeah, this is 1986. All right, I remember Bonkers. Expect the unexpected. The new universe coming this summer from Marvel Comics. Thundercats. The action is available on video cassette. East Coast Comics. To get your missing issues. Here's the little ads. Look at that old picture of Stanley. And Mask. I used to love those. I have that one. Condor. These were very popular in the 80s. They were these characters and they put on this mask. And then the vehicle they were on would transform. So in this case, his motorcycle would turn into his helicopter. See, and then see, a little gun pops up in the front right here. Isn't that something? And then when you were done, you turn it back into a motorcycle. So, loved these. Okay. Next we have 40 Countdown, Atomic Warfare by DC. It looks a bit like Wonder Woman. Art's pretty good in this one. Mad. Sadly enough, Mad Magazine has gone out of business officially. I'm about to do a Mad Magazine video pretty soon. I love Mad Magazine. And they have a whole little mini Mad inside of this. That's the Penguin. The Green Arrow. Why does Superman have a slick one hammer? It's interesting. Yeah, 300. That's cool. Next is the Saga Begins Power Lords. Don't worry about Atom Power. This is an older GC. This is from 1983. Oop, old models. Bubble Young. Saturday morning cartoons. Oh my gosh. The Puppies Further Adventures, the new Scooby and Scrappy Doo, the Littles. I remember that one. Rubik the Amazing Cube, Pac-Man, Monchichis, Little Rascals, Richie Rich Show, and the Best of Scooby Doo. Yeah, Saturday morning cartoons again. Mr. T, the Smurfs, the Hulk and Spider-Man, Thundar the Barbarian. That's the Flintstones, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and the Shirt Tails. And Masters of the Universe figures. Oh, they're model kits. I still wanted them when I was a kid. And Kool-Aid, the video game. And the last comic is The Green Hornet by Now Comics. The most daring adventure of 1941 begins in 1992. So this is the Twilight Zone comics. I have a few of them. Subscribe now and save. Married with Children. Look at this. Kato. He's the Green Hornet sidekick. Terminator. And that's it. Married with Children was a comic book. I had no idea. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.